In this tutorial, we'll be going over how you can take a single object like this vector donut here and create it into a seamless pattern as you see here over here in this object. Now, in order to do that, we're going to have to create this square tile from the subject right here and create it in such a way so that when you duplicate it and stack it next to each other like that, it creates a seamless ongoing pattern that can be repeated infinitely. So in order to do this, let's create a new document. I'm going to go to File and click on New. And I'm going to size this document at 400 by 400 pixels. That's the width and height you want there. And I'm going to click Create to open this new document here. Now let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to hold Control and roll down the mouse wheel. Now the object that I'm going to use is an object I have copied to my clipboard already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that in there. Before I do that though, I want to create a rectangle to represent the background of the pattern here. So as you can see here, I have like a light pink background. So let's create a rectangle like that, and come over here to your transform menu, and where it says W and H, or width and height, just change that to 400 by 400, which is the size of the document. And then I'm going to grab this selection tool, and I'm going to center this up on the canvas like that. And I'm going to give this a different color like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paste my object in here that I want to make a pattern out of. You can use any object you want, whether it be a logo or something else. You can even just use a basic shape like a circle if you want for the time being. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, Paste, and there's my object right there. It's a little big. I'm going to have to scale that down a little bit. I'm going to scale that down. And I want to make sure I have this in the center of the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this up vertically and horizontally like that. And now what I want to do is I want to put copies of this at the corners of each of these four corners here of the document. And I want to make sure the center point of this object is placed directly over those corners. So to do that, let's make a duplicate copy here. I'm going to hold Alt and click and drag to create a duplicate copy. And I'm going to place the center point of this object over the corner, the top left corner right there, or try to estimate it anyway. And what we're looking for down here in the transform menu is the X and Y axis of the coordinate. Of the X and Y axis of the object here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this center point right here in this menu dialog, which dictates that we will be changing the location of this object based on its center point. And I want to set this at 0 and 0, just like that. Now it's directly over that corner. So now I'm going to make another copy of this. I'm going to hold Alt and click and drag, and then hold Shift to lock it onto the horizontal axis and bring this one over here like this. And I want this one to be at 400 and 0. 400, 0. I'm just pressing the Tab key to skip over to the other input value there. I'll grab this one, hold Alt, click and drag, hold Shift, bring this down here like that. And this one needs to be at 0 and 400. And then one more right here. I'm going to bring this one down like that. And this one needs to be at 400 by 400. And it looks like I placed it there perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that as it is. Now, if you want, you could take this middle object here and scale this up. I'm holding Control and Shift so that it scales proportionately and from the center. Doing that will give you this randomized sort of pattern where some of the subjects are bigger and some are smaller. If you want all of your objects to be the same size in the pattern, just go ahead and leave it the same size as it is there. I like how it looks like this, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, once we've done that, we are ready to export our work. We're going to export the canvas here, which is this 400 by 400 square, and this is going to create a single tile that can be stacked next to each other infinitely for a repeat pattern. So let's go ahead and export this file. Export. I'm going to export this as a JPEG. And I'm going to leave all of these defaults here, best quality, 100%, so on and so forth. The area, we want to export the whole document. And I'm going to click on the export button right here. And it's going to ask me where I want to save that. I'm going to put this on my desktop. And I'm going to save this as pattern. Click Save. And now I'm going to open up a new document. I'm just going to press Control N. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I'm just going to show you how this works. Create a new document. Create a rectangle like this, and I'm going to fill it with that pattern. So I'll come over here to the Fill tool, and where it says Type, I'm going to choose Bitmap, and I'm going to choose Pattern.jpg. And now what I could do is I could take these nodes right here and scale that in like this. I could hold Shift and scale this down. As you can see, this pattern repeats infinitely. You can rotate it around if you'd like, and you could take that single JPG file and upload it to a website and use it as your background, or use it as a background for anything else. That tile can be repeated infinitely, as you can see here. Okay, so that is how you can go about taking a single object and turning it into a repeat pattern in Affinity Designer. If you found this lesson useful, then consider checking out my Affinity Designer Masterclass. It's a collection of over 60 videos where I go over every tool and feature in this application and explain what it is and demonstrate how it works, just like I did in this video. We even have a private community where you can ask questions and get help from me anytime you want. I'll have some information about that in the description of the video if you want to check that out. As always, thanks for watching.